in the game.
Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the BYU Cougars offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work for the first first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Gives it on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not...
There he goes! They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Cougars come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Cougars are rolling down the field. They'll run the counter. Spins away from the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Anderson wants to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Rides the back and leaves it. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
This time he's got his man. Makes to grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Across the 15, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll keep it himself. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. They'll run play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing the zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Floating away, trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Hoover. It's complete to the right. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. They'll try to pass their way in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Go straight ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. He's going for the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Anderson will throw. Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
BYU with the 1st and 10. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion.
Turning it on! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Yeah, and I think the comeback route when you run it against man is so hard to defend because I'm that DB. I'm thinking I can't get beat deep. I can't get beat deep. And then all of a sudden he slams on the brakes and comes back to the football. Really hard route to defend.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
It's complete on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Hoover. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Out of the gun to give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense will quickly use a timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The field goal is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Quickly out to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Payne. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Back to pass. Might be looking to run. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out, because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Leaves it with the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. To the air. It's Hoover. This one's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
The Horned Frogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Illinois. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the catch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Complete to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Turning it on!
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go with the direct snap. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Here's the handoff. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Let's send the tight end in motion. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The Cougars backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Bachmeier. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeier. And the ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.